Next, we'll hear from Devon Lee about keeping coral in the family, preserving a legacy, a collection, and the reefs.
Hello, my name is Devon Lee, and I am the Coral Rehousing Project intern at the American Museum of Natural History, where we are nearing completion of an IMLS grant-funded project to conserve, rehouse, and digitize our dry coral specimen collection. We are working through this collection of more than 3,000 specimens alphabetically by taxon name, and several months ago, among the corals in the M's, I came across this specimen, collected off the south coast of Cow Bay, Jamaica. This specimen is stunning, of course, but what makes it very special is its label, pictured here, listing only a name and date. As we can see, this coral was collected by a T.F. Goreau in January 1961. I was unfamiliar with this surname, and because I needed to create a new collector record in our Axial Electronic Museum Database, or EMU, I conducted a search to learn a first name at the very least. I was surprised to find that my search returned countless articles containing several variations of this name and coral-related accolades. Upon taking a closer look, this is what I learned. Our specimen was collected by Dr. Thomas Fritz Goreau, a marine biologist whose devotion to the coral reefs stemmed from time spent with his father, Fritz Goreau. Fritz was a scientific photographer for Life magazine, considered to have been a pioneer of macro photography, and in addition to documenting major scientific breakthroughs such as the advent of microelectronics and the testing of the first atomic bomb, he is credited with taking some of the first underwater photographs we have of the Great Barrier Reef. Thomas, our collector, inherited from his father this ingenuity and deep scientific curiosity. He was, for example, the first marine scientist to use a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, or scuba, to record reef ecology and organisms. His wife, Dr. Nora Goreau, was Panama's first marine scientist, given the moniker the mother of coral reef science, and was Thomas's equal partner in research. Nora identified the specimens that her husband collected, this specimen among them, and together they studied coral growth rates, anatomy and physiology, and their biological roles in reefs. Thomas's final gift to the marine science community was the Discovery Bay Marine Laboratory in Jamaica, which he and Nora established and which opened just after Thomas's death in 1970 due to cancer induced by exposure to nuclear radiation at the Bikini Atoll atom bomb test site, where he served as the diving collector of radioactive specimens. In addition to this amazing marine science legacy, Thomas and Nora are survived by their son. Dr. Thomas Joaquin Goreau is a biogeochemist and marine biologist who currently serves as president of the Global Coral Reef Alliance. He is at the forefront of the biorock method, which refers to the process of passing a small current through electrodes in water to grow an underwater mineral accretion that forms a calcium carbonate coating. Living corals, which are calcite and aragonite organisms, take to this accretion naturally. In an interview on his dedication to coral reef restoration, Thomas Jr. said this: "There is almost no place that my grandfather, father, or I knew in the past that is not heartbreakingly damaged, many so badly ruined that there is just no trace at all left of the reefs. Most of those who live in these areas now don't even realize what they have lost." So for this reason, now more than ever, the preservation of existing museum coral collections is absolutely crucial. In digitizing this specimen and making it accessible to the scientific community and the public, we honor the legacy of Fritz Goreau and his lifelong dedication to sharing with the world the otherwise unseen sides of science and wildlife. In physically conserving this specimen, we preserve the work of Drs. Thomas and Nora Goreau and afford ourselves a glimpse into the history of collecting and development of marine science technologies. In cataloging the specimen and its locality information, we contribute a wealth of data that may be used by a biogeochemist like Dr. Thomas J. Garreau to guide biological conservation efforts, such as the implementation of the BioRock method. So, this specimen, remarkably beautiful in its own right, above all, serves as a reminder and encapsulation of the value of a well-maintained and accessible natural history collection. Thank you.